How's it going, everyone? It's GadgetsBoy and welcome to another video. So this time is a car one. So this is an amazing car. It's packed with so much to go through. So we'll try and condense it to the minimum, as bare minimum as possible, while still getting a good picture of what this car is all about. So this is the new Audi A8. So I went to the Audi A8 summit back earlier this year to see this car in flesh. But back then we didn't get a chance to actually drive it and stuff. So this time we got a chance to get up and close and personal with it and actually drive it this time. Now, the A8 is designed to offer the maximum comfort, safety and efficiency using technology. It's the future for me. Other manufacturers have tried and done it their ways, but this is just perfection. Whether you're going over speed bumps, turning corners, parking, and even inside of the car, the user experience is just on another level, a whole nother level. Some might say the tech is a bit of an overkill in this car, but actually, a lot of the tech you can't really see. You just see in action. Everything kicks in a way that's so natural that eventually you almost feel like it's just part of the experience of what every car on road should be doing. You have cameras, you have sensors, even ultrasonic sensors and even ultrasonic sensors in there that work together, or sometimes they work collectively together or individually to make driving less of a hassle. There's just so much to like about the A8. So powering the tech in the car is a combination of Audi's processor, which they call zFAS, zFAS, and for graphics, you can see in the infotainment center in the car, that's driven by NVIDIA's K1 chip. So it just makes everything run really smoothly. You got haptic feedback, you got sound feedback as well when you're touching things. They've done away with a lot of the buttons. In fact, I don't think there's any buttons left. Everything's just touchscreen here, which is really good. Even with the entry-level A8, you still get a lot of tech in the car. When it comes to design, the backlights on the back are refined. You have OLED matrix lighting that goes across for better visibility to other road users. And the future is bright with what Audi can do with this, including a feature where that you can use it to send message to other drivers. For example, when they let you through, you might be able to have something there that says thank you. Or users might be able to customize it as well to have different patterns without still doing away with the standards, like your indicator light will still be the same, but you might be able to change something there and customize it to your own taste. There's a pair of fake exhaust pipes below the bumper, which some may not like, but I think it adds to the well-planted, sporty look that the A8 is going for on the back. The leading lines as well give it a coupe look, even though it's a big saloon car. It's very long, and if you go for the extra long wheel-based version, it's even just a tad bit longer as well. On the front, you have an LED matrix lighting system that's also designed to help you see better at night, including the ability to activate spotlights to see better before you even get there. This works by talking to the mapping system. So when you're using your sat nav, for example, and it knows that you're going to turn right, that gets activated before you even turn that corner. Just makes life easier. When it comes to sensors, there are over 40 sensors working inside this car, whopping over 40. It has adaptive suspension system that can adjust to different terrains, so you can never feel it inside when going over speed bumps, for example. There are safety mechanisms in place. So the most vulnerable part of the car, for example, when there's an accident, is the side. So what this car can do is when something is coming towards it at speed, or for example, all of a sudden, it can raise, I think, up to 8 centimeters above ground really quickly, so it absorbs the impact, and the seatbelt will tighten up, and the headrest area will tighten up as well, just to keep your neck braced and your head safe. Another thing that really happens a lot for me, especially when I'm in a hurry, is opening the door swiftly without looking at what's coming. And what Audi's done here is they've got a sensor in the car that allows the car to sense when there's, like, for example, a cyclist coming before you open the door. It stops you from opening the door for slight split seconds, and then you can open it again and get out safely, and the bike will never know, the cyclist will never know. Going inside the car, it looks like a spaceship. All the tech you can ever imagine is here, well, for now. Out back, you have 2 TV screens, so they both use Android 5.1, which is built in. You can watch TV on it, play music, and other media types, including DVDs. Great for users who has young ones, they want to put them in the back and keep them entertained for a long drive, for example. Or if you're a businessman, you might be sitting on the back and you might want to watch the latest news, what's going on around the world, which can be useful. This particular model here that I've taken for a test drive is packed with everything, as you can imagine. So for example, you can control the mood lighting or the ambient lighting in the car. You can control the seat temperature. The sunroof can open and close, window blinds there as well. You can recline your seat. You got footrest in there as well. There's also a tablet that's placed in the center console on the back to control everything in the car. The tablet can also be removed, so you can use it for a phone call, for example, as it's got built-in LTE in the car. For the driver though, and the front passenger, the dash on the front is where you start to see the progressive nature of what Audi A8 is all about. You have 2 touchscreen displays. There's hardly any buttons. In fact, I don't think there's any at all. So when you interact with the touchscreen display, for example, you get this haptic feedback and sound as well, including air vents as well. So when you slide across it to turn them on and off, you get this sort of sound feedback that goes as well. And the vents, the air vents as well, they have this open and closing covers like we've seen with the Jaguar XF, but I think this is much better. It hasn't got that recline, that rotating, the whole thing is not rotating, it's just got a cover that goes over it as well. You can control all these things in certain model using your voice as well, so you can control the temperature. It can be like, turn the temperature up, which is really good. I'm hoping that will be refined over time and become something like Amazon's Alexa, where you can actually interact with it just a little bit better. Elsewhere, you'll be able to lock and unlock your Audi A8 using your Android smartphone, which is really good. I can see a future where we can do away with keys here. It uses Bluetooth technology, which is low energy version as well. So again, it won't be draining your smartphone's battery. You can use it as well to reverse from a tight space. You can use it to also park the car, so the car can park itself by pressing and holding on this button. It sort of scans the space and parks in a tight space. And as you can imagine, for such a long car, a big car, visibility when parking is not going to be the best thing. It's not going to be the strongest. And for the techies out there, the A8 is actually level 3 autonomous ready. So you got lane departure warning, forward collision warning. When you're driving on a motorway or countryside roads, you'll be able to turn ever so slightly for you, take over the brakes and the steering. And whenever you need to put your hands back on it, just to make sure that you're still there, it'll warn you and alert you as well at different levels depending on what you're doing. So if you don't respond the first time and the second time, maybe, you know, you're crashing or whatever, there's different level of alert system there. So if you ask me who's the Audi A8 for, to be honest, it's not super expensive for what you get in the car. It's starting for just under 100,000 euros, which means if you want something that's not only extremely luxurious and stylish, I mean, the leather seats in there are handmade, it's breathable as well. You get a lot of tech inside for money, and it's also feature proof. I think the pricing comes reasonably priced here. The price tag is reasonable for me. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up as well and what you think of the car. And thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.